All right, that's better. All right, I'm back. Yeah, my memory went down to 34, 35% from just under 80, which is that threshold where it starts to write to memory, which is garbage. It opens Slack, and that's about it. Yeah, I don't know what else I need to open. That's crazy. That Windows memory just gets eaten like it's a bunch of Tic Tacs. All right, Tesla turned in up a little bit. Um, Looks like Remax is holding good. Check out our Apple. All right, trying to reverse. NASDAQ holding fairly steady. I like it. So far, so good. Although not much you could do if you didn't like it, to be quite honest. I wonder, it's because I have less Firefox tabs open. I'm supposed to have this extension that freezes those other tabs. But I guess that's not working today. Auto tab discarder. All right, Apple is back up to the open, actually positive on the day so far. 1.6 for Tesla. Remax is holding good. Workhorse actually rebounded back a bunch, oddly enough. All right, Workhorse, you son of a gun. You got me. Soxable. I saw your comment before I left, Blah. Yeah, I guess it was just you. Just habit. Just habit. Yeah, yeah, and didn't come back yesterday. Well, it's not breaking out. Doesn't necessarily mean crap. It is trying to work its way up. Support at the 50 day. It's not working too bad. General declining volume. I mean, it's okay. If it gets below the 50-day, we got problems. But I mean, so far nothing major. There's really not a whole lot the past couple of days that has been actually running. Um, that's kind of one of the things. And Tiger's back up top, but at a low. Workhorse, dang. They picking back up some of that workhorse. Morning, Mohammed. Lemonade gapping up a little bit. Well, popping up a little bit. No real gaps. Nasdaq is down zero point 0.2 now, off of the lows of the day. EXPI. Oh wow. Oh, why is my mouse frozen? Can't win. Can't win. Didn't even have that selected. Well, I guess I did. Rolling over lower on lower volume 50 day. That's some support on the 50-day, not a ton, but it's there. Although it's not really in a leading position at the moment, but I like the name. I'll keep an eye on it. Moderna was at the top of our list, and it's still up where it was for the most part. Just other participants have overtaken it. Solo, there's Tesla. Netflix was in an interesting position. Big gap up. Looks like it's sold off. Sitting right underneath a buy point. Yeah, IBD talked about this. Um, let's see. Futures market. That's the same. Not sure if they call it a double bottom base or what they refer to it as. Moving to video game development. Maybe they didn't mention the base. Oil prices, bond yields. Oil prices pulled back. Bond yields eased. Okay. They didn't mention Netflix. That's why I didn't see about it. All right, something's going up. Net stabilizing. That Remax is holding pretty steady. Dropping the past 2 days on lower volume. Today, not so much lower volume, at least I think. Okay, got a good volume opening candle there. I mean, really good. So someone bought, I guess, bought the pullback. Still consolidating. I see NIO support of the 50 and the 200. They're actually paralleling each other, which is interesting. So no major sell-off. And didn't get a lot of follow through, but if you don't get a major sell off, that's can't ask for a whole lot more than that, I guess. Bouncing back here. 0.23 for the NASDAQ. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about cutting Tesla again yesterday. I'm like, I'm giving this thing some time, man. I'm giving it time. I always jump out too soon on some of these. I'm really trying to stay longer. Doesn't make for good YouTube streams, but yeah, I'm just holding on to my position. That's about it. It's pretty simple. Nothing more, nothing less. We could move down some. I mean, the market's doing okay. It's a little choppy, but it's got a choppy uptrend to it. I don't think you can ask for a tremendous amount of. You can't ask for every day to be an up day. I just think that isn't feasible. So maybe we chill in the middle of this and try to go back up. Maybe we chill in the middle of this and then go back down and do something with a moving average. The 50-day is still flattening. It's actually declining technically. Diamond hands and paper hands, rock hands. I don't know. It's a good question. Hardness scale. Let's check it out. Whoops. Mohs hardness scale. Diamond is a 10. Fingernail is a 2. Talc is a 1. So it looks like You mentioned rock. Yeah, could be appetite hands. Is it appetite? Oh, that's perfect. Because that makes no sense to anyone that didn't see this. Orthoclast hands, fluorite hands, calcite hands. Let's get very specific here. Just want to be clear about that. What's corundum? I would have corundum hands. Sounds like a good amount of hardness to have with your hands. Okay, I need this image. Copper hands. There you go. Crypto hands scale. Penny hands. You got penny hands, son. No, I got masonry drill bit hands. Yeah, yeah, these are all minerals. So talc is very very loose. It's not actually you may even consider depending on the situation. Yeah, gypsum is paper. It's better than talc. So if you got paper hands, you still don't have talc hands. I've kind of got talc hands. They're not very strong. To get a little stronger, I'll do a little better, but that's funny. All right. So I think the thing to do today, and I think this is vitally important, this needs to be made to where's the old school paint? There we go. This needs to be made into meme stuff. All right, so we'll take this. Oh, I guess we won't take that. I'll copy that. We'll paste it here. Oh no. Nope, we're gonna keep that. All right, paste it there. Paste it there. What should we call this? Just call this like these should all be different too, but we need to call it something. So the size needs to be large, and it's gonna be white. All right, we're gonna be traders. What if I can rotate on? Ah, darn it, I screwed up. I could do this in Canva pretty easy. I don't know about here though. 48. Trader hardness scale. I could do that. I could put that at the top. This is way too nerdy for traders though. The problem here is I gotta put this because of stupid paint. I don't know if I can rotate this though. Anyway, I'll do that later. It'll be fun. But yeah, I'm trying to get towards fluorite and orthoclast hands. Work my way towards topaz and quartz and corundum hands. We'll see about diamond hands. I think some things are a little bit too strong. All right, Nasdaq is now flat. We stood a bit an opening morning sell. EXPI's up here, NIO's up here, Lemonade's up here. Our big guns are taking a bit of a breather. They've deserved it. They've earned it. How's Apple doing? Apple's loosely positive. Not a lot of volume on the open candle. At least not as much as yesterday. It's not too bad though. So Tesla holding its own so far. Yeah, yesterday we kind of popped up and installed a little bit. There's a bunch of Fed stuff this week. I don't know if any of it's news. So more than likely they're just playing around with the market trying to build positions because they're not selling off yet. I mean, that's a possibility, but hasn't happened yet. I don't like forecasting. I get in trouble when I forecast. Amazon. So far, holding really nice and tight. AMC Pamp? That's not what you call a pant, Muhammad. It's what you call a dead cat bounce. It's kind of like your baby breathing in between, screams. It's like, where? Where? Yeah, that's what that is. So, do you still have AMC, Muhammad? Or did you long since ditch this thing? You at least should have ditched it on the breakdown of the triangle, unless you didn't hear us discuss that. Hey, stop crying. That will happen, yes, eventually. That will happen. Usually once the baby's asleep, but still, yeah, it'll happen. It's like, cry yourself to sleep, little baby. Let's go away. I'm done. Parenting 101. You have a few shares? Yeah, I guess you can have a few shares. So here's the problem with diamond hands. Well, I guess I don't know. Diamond hands are good as long as you have a thesis behind your trade. So 100. When we broke down from this, you should have sold an option for 60. That's something you could have done, didn't have to do, but it's something you could have done. So it's like 10. All right, so you're still up a ton, so that's good. But I mean, you look at GME. I mean, the odds of this really coming back fairly slim to none, basically zero. So you need to have an exit strategy, Mohammed. I don't know how many you started off with, but I'm just for your health, you need to know um, when you're gonna do that. Any kind of options trading? Okay. I think I figured out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what's called a cohort, which is kind of like live trading. Not really trading, but live courses with people is what I'm gonna do because I don't think I think you get a lot more out of conversational stuff, so I'm gonna do that for at least the first couple. Then I may turn those into recordings, but I'm gonna do the first few live. All right, Apple looks like pairing whatever gains it had. Same with Amazon. Nasdaq actually a tinge lower now, and Apple. Both these are basically flat. All right, Remax holding strong, and Tesla's holding strong. Trying to type here. What's gaining me today? It's Remax, Apple, Tesla, and Net. Apple's still pretty solid so far. All right, 0.15. There's NIL. Good volume this morning. Quite a bit of volume yesterday. Volume accumulation distribution tool didn't like it so much, but we're already right back up to where we were. So there must have been some hidden accumulation in here, potentially. Things aren't bouncing away that bad. I mean, they're holding up pretty good. Beyond Meat trying to rally through here. There's Trade Desk. All right, bouncing back after testing the 200. Maybe he's still malaising around a little bit, but not bad. Net bouncing back a 0.5. Man, kind of a languishy day here. Nothing bad though. What's on the downside? We haven't really focused on any of these. Biogen, which this needs to get off of here anyways. Taiwan Semiconductor, KNBE. Okay, nice consolidation. NXPI, haven't heard that name in a while. Align being delisted from the NASDAQ 100. I think it's Align. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's a different one, but BLFS. Okay, Soxel. Yeah, Soxel rolling over, but it did bounce back. Chips are still hugely in vogue. I mean, chips are the future, man. The second they come out with something other than microchips is when chips may start to fall. But that's such a long time away from now. I don't know if we'll ever get truly away from microchips until we get some kind of, like a major neural network. And they're going to have to probably really improve on NVIDIA's stuff. You can definitely argue that NVIDIA's leading in the neural network sector. Someone's gonna build something out of neural nets that are just gonna be bonkers. It's gonna probably have to come with a memory innovation too. Because you've got a million little synthetic neurons working on something. Maybe the memory can stay with the neuron and you just get the read-write really good from neuron to neuron. I don't know. Really good power regulator in there somewhere. I wonder how our bodies do that. Needs something interesting to study. Biocomputing systems. There you go. All right, Starbucks pulling in today. If you're looking for an entry on Starbucks, pullback could be a good way in. NASDAQ 0.1. Everything is just hanging on. Nothing's really killing it, which is fine. Couple things lower there. This list is so damn deep. All right, same old story was 3 minutes ago. Not going to judge it too much. I will just stay with the top where it's interesting. Because that's pretty interesting. All right, AMC bucking my trend at least, and me making fun of it, up 10% almost. FUV trying to reverse. Workhorse up 6% off of some lows. Good volume this morning. LAC with a nice reversal. Been choppy recently. Had a really nice up day and then a full reversal. Volume was lower. So not a horrible place actually if you're into LAC. Down a little bit lower, so you're not really sure of the when it's going to rally. Pretty good volume on AMC. In what regard? Like accumulation? See, here's the problem with something like this. If you're trying to see if it's being accumulated, volume should interpret accumulation and distribution for you. That's really what it's intended to do. The problem is in these situations, you've had a cascade lower for a series of days with one green day in between. This could be short covering. It doesn't have to be accumulation. I mean, you're already down significantly from 60 to 40. That's a 33, actually 60 to 30. That's almost a 50% drop, depending where you may have started from. So a 50% profit, you're in profit taking territory. And when you're taking profits, you create this buying pressure. So while it may appear to be good volume, and it is good volume if you don't put it in context, the problem is you're kind of catching a falling knife because short covering here probably, short covering here, and you get these very quick reversals. And you wonder, hey, is this being accumulated? Sometimes it is. There's obviously going to be a little bit of that, but at the same time, it's probably short covering just because it's come down so quickly. Shorts take their profits, and like if you have this move, and if you short it up here anywhere, maybe average in at 56, and other people start covering it 31.1, you may want to start to cover too. So you have to see it form a base or do something other than just have a green day, because that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Not in this context. Now, if you look at like a Tesla, see this may end up being kind of a, maybe it's an average volume day for AMC. Yeah, probably won't even get there, but I don't know. It's got good volume. Let's just say it gets up equal to yesterday's volume. Is that, and we get up a little bit higher, is that a very clean reversal signature? I don't believe it is. I believe that would still leave a lot of question in terms of AMC's future. Like, it's not guaranteed to reverse up. Um, so I mean, volume is good, but the question is it buying pressure or is it short covering? Because they look exactly the same, and the only way you can tell is the action afterwards. You could argue it is likely short covering. I would argue it's also likely short covering. This candle here, which was one and done, likely short covering rally. Yeah. So, but it leads it. Some people don't think about things like that, and they end up buying things because they think they'll continue higher. So, hey, what's up, Ellie? Enough AMC? No, it's okay. It's all good, Mohammed. I mean, that's a good thing to point out, especially when you get a situation like this. Yeah, crypto's not looking good. Not enjoying the BTC. Did bounce off 30 or whatever it was, but not really not looking super hot. Did have a high volume candle at the prior low, but we'll see. We got a hold. It doesn't look extraordinarily promising though. There's been no change in behavior on this. A little sad right now. Now after I say that, AMC is going to go for a 50% day. Be closing up at 45. Just how it goes. But it's not for me. I won't be involved in something like that. And it's looking that way, Ellie. It's looking that way. REMX. Solid at this 3 point, oh no, it's 3.65, it's 3.52 for like 10 minutes. It just didn't move. Now it looks like it's bouncing back up. Rare earth minerals. Looking at like they're in a nice little uptrend. Small consolidation here the past couple of days. Not too bad. IVR bottom buy. Um, Potentially. Yeah, not too bad. Your stop loss would be pretty minimal, but 3.8%, maybe a 30% upside. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's a potential trade. Just have to hold it for a while. Must be wary of your stop, I guess. You could give it a bit of a wider berth if you're going to have a 30% target. May just depend on your. We have to give it like 6 or 7%, maybe 7%. Call you names. Well, it's sitting on a support. No, 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 no. It's you've got extremes, and this is an extreme right now. So I think you have a valid case if if that's your trade. It's not something for me. Like I don't want that trade, but I'm not gonna be mad if somebody does. But it's not like it's in here. It's not on the way down. And we've actually already had a small um we've had a bounce there. We're trying to bounce off here again, move just a little bit lower, almost like a small undercut and rally. It's actually what that is. There's a little low, there's an undercut. We've already rallied through, and volume's not too bad today. I mean, I don't think it's not bad for a trade, but if we're talking bigger swing trading, it doesn't fit my profile for that. But yeah, 7 for 30 is not a bad risk reward. Run in the morning. Well, I'm not enjoying the action, but we're also it could just be some profit taking. It could be some additional rotation or something, but we're not dropping. And I'm just trying to stay. I'm trying to I'm trying to have less paper hands is really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have more like appetite hands. I'm trying to get to appetite hands, maybe towards corundum hands. That's what I'm trying to get towards, Ellie. So trying to get a little bit towards corundum, and I'm trying to be a little less flop around like a fish, which is has been one of my default states as of late. it hasn't been, yeah, it hasn't been super hot. So I'm trying, but yeah, I'm not super psyched about the action. I mean, at the same time, we haven't sold off yet. Is it a little late once it sells off? Most of the time, yes, it's definitely a little late by the time it sells off. See, I'm already getting slow, but memory's only at 45%. I don't know what the deal is. But I mean, we're above the 10-day moving average. We're above the trend line here that it's been stuck in. I'm just not. I'm trying not to run away. I'm trying to stay with it. And think about some of the runs in the morning too. Some of them are gaps. That's a little bit difficult to swallow. All right, come on here. Why can't you just use your little bucket of memory? Do I just have too many symbols? Is that it? Maybe I get rid of my actionable list. I'm not really using it a lot these days. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just have. Look how choppy this thing is. It's just not good. Is this the actionable? This looks like the global. Maybe actionable's on top. It's 4 seconds before that moved. Well, I guess 3 if you started at zero count. All right, definitely some wicks at the top here, though. Looks like you have a clear resistance. All right, let's get rid of this watch list. Geez, you are slow. A little bit better, I guess. Still super choppy. All right, net appears to be bouncing back okay. Oh, Tesla's at 1.17? Hmm. Surprised right blockchain's up 1.2%. That's intriguing. Not much to do about it, but it's intriguing. All right, down 0.32 for the Nasdaq. Somehow Net and Tesla is that back up for Tesla? I don't know. This is horribly slow. Well, in which way, Ellie? In the fact that we're selling off during the midday, the fact that we're not backing away from all-time highs. I don't know. I'm not sure which. I don't know. You sold a bunch of Tesla, yes? I almost did. I came really close. I'm trying to hold though. I'm trying to be. I don't know what I'm trying to be. You are correct on that one. I cannot say anything about that. Yeah, I've already ditched this a couple of times. Now you got me thinking about selling again. But that's probably this red candle it's currently in. Oh no, the volume's not convincing of a major downward break. I mean, the market could take it lower. I'm just over analyzing. It's just not in cycle at the moment. Doesn't mean it won't get there, but I got options going out 2 years. But the question is, where do I cut that stop? And it's getting close to it actually. Get out of AMD. Looks like an H. I think it's AMD looks like an H. What looks like an H? Oh, right here. That little guy. That little guy is an H. That little guy, yeah. So your measured move would be down to probably about the 200, maybe a little bit lower than that. So, yeah, not bad. I can't be mad at stepping aside. AMD isn't right now in a major situation where it looks like it's going to break out. So, I mean, there's a potential for a double bottom. Actually, that undercut, so we reset the base count. So, yeah, we're still riding on the way back up. Just depends how you want it to go. So I guess we get a little bit of up and a little bit of chop. Not the end of the world. All right, test 0.95, trade desk 0.6. Amazon negative, Microsoft Cyber negative. Ooh, Soxel down 3.5. Might go down a little bit more. Hey, morning, JJ. Up, up. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think we're in that kind of an environment right now. Yeah, it's one of those languishing names. Also, your accumulation distribution isn't looking super hot, so I'm not sure why you're so into this one. Unless you just like the AI space. Sectors are weird though because they'll go in vogue, then they just like MJ's a great example. It just evaporated over the past couple of years into just a bunch of garbage. AI could do the same thing. I you get some of I don't know, and I have this feeling with EVs as well, a little bit, so I'm slightly trepidatious about, very large positions in Tesla in that regard, is that but Tesla's different because you do have a market leader. Maybe that's the difference, is you got to have a market leader. There's no market leader in AI. There was no market leader in marijuana. I mean, Tilray arguably could have been it, but it seemed to ebb and flow. It's very strange. I don't know, just some of these trends you just can't like get your hands around. When it comes to smartphones, you can get your hands around that, and it's a little bit you had Apple is the firm leader from basically day one. You can argue Samsung has better phones the past several years, but you could argue Apple was your leader. EVs, you got Tesla as your leader. Marijuana, there's no national name brand. I'm not even thinking stocks in terms of leadership, but maybe just branding leadership. 3D printing was another one. 3D printing was supposed to revolutionize fucking everything. It's like, oh, I'm gonna drink this water. Oh, 3D printing can make you do that better. I'm like, how? How can 3D printing make me drink water better? But it's supposed to do everything better. AI is supposed to take over the world, but Planetar. Well, it's not a brand leader. Like if you talk to someone about smartphones, they're gonna say Apple. If you talk to someone about EVs, they're gonna say Tesla. If you talk to e-commerce shopping, they're gonna say Amazon. If you talk about graphics cards, they're gonna say Nvidia. If you talk about AI, what are they gonna talk about? Nothing. I mean, if they know anything, they probably will talk about Google. Blockchain saturated water. Well, I didn't say nothing about blockchain. Nothing bad about blockchain, Ellie. Well, blockchain's got a brand leader. It's Bitcoin. So yeah, things like think of the ones that failed us. There's no like one major brand leader for everyone. Maybe that's a kind of leadership. Maybe that's why MJ and 3D failed. I mean, 3D Systems could have been the leader, but that wasn't. Everyone didn't know about 3D Systems, and China came out with a bunch of $20 knockoffs on Amazon and kind of killed the whole thing. It's probably what happened. Yeah, that's not a bad way. Chips still people think Intel. I don't know how to sell. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not discounting that. I'm not discounting. I don't know how to sell. All I'm saying is that you look at the big brand leadership, and AI doesn't have it. There's so much stuff going on in AI. What, Ellie? That's awesome. That's phenomenal. From the from the tears of people shorting Tesla. That's great. You gotta love it. You gotta love that. All right, Nasdaq down a firm 0.68 right now. Now we're headed towards that trend line, maybe the middle Bollinger Band line. Let's see what's what. Did Elon say that? That would be amazing if Elon said that, and he probably did. That's awesome. All right, Tesla, Tesla rolling over. Yeah, a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna Google that. Let's see what we got. I Googled it. If he put that in a patent, Ellie, that is next level. That's next level shit. Like he should have put that in a patent. That would have been amazing. Oh, maybe here it is. Oh, maybe that's a different one. Yes, he's got short, so he should have put in the patent. He should have said salt potentially derived from Tesla's short seller tiers, also from other sources. That is next level trolling. You're gonna troll him in a patent. That is amazing. I want to see that in a patent. I want to see trolling people in a patent. I just love it. Motor Biscuit? New website called Motor Biscuits, game changer. The hell's he talking about there? Anyway. All right, 0.47 now for the Nasdaq. They've rebounded a little bit. I still want patent troll though. I gotta tweet that at Elon. That's just fun. Jason Sudeikis having one hell of a year. I bet that that new series he's in is really good on Apple Plus. It's a soccer one. He's a coach. He used to coach American football, whatever the heck it's called. All right, apparently I can't go to Twitter anymore. I've been banned. I've been DNS banned from Twitter. Can't even do it. And Baidu, Atlassian. All right, so we're getting our mid-morning. Oh, it's 7:30. I gotta go, guys. I gotta get my kid ready for his school thing today. So he's not doing it tomorrow, but I gotta go today. All right, everybody. Nasdaq at 0.45. Now we do have a lower high, two consecutive lower highs and highs. Maybe we'll go into a little mini downtrend here. We've already seen some selling pressure, and we'll already seen a pretty substantial uptrend. So wait for the trend line and that to get broken. But all in all, not looking too bad for the rest of the year. Maybe a nice month-long consolidation or something. We shall see. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.